morning to you, and thank you for joining with me. Do you know, I've never been very good at waiting for anything. I've no patience, but that's me. I remember at university there was one lecturer who would always be late, and it bugged me. And I remember speaking to an old ministerial friend about it, and he told me they had the same problem when he was at university. He told me one day he and his fellow students began to talk about how long they would wait, and they decided if he wasn't there after 10 minutes, they would leave. Now, the lecturer was unaware of all this, but one morning he arrived amazingly early for his 9 AM lecture. He placed his hat on the desk and went to the staff room. Before he knew it, he was back. It was 9:10, and when he would come back to the classroom, it was empty. Now, the next day, he let the students have it. He says, "When my hat is here, I am here." Well, the following day, the lecturer arrived just after 9 AM, and he was met by the sight of 28 hats and 28 desks, but no students. Today we celebrate Ascension. After Jesus' death and the resurrection, he appeared to his friends and he told them to wait in Jerusalem. He said, "You're going to get a sign." He told them that there would be witnesses to the end of the world. Life was to change for them. I suppose you remember these old John Wayne cowboy films about people getting around by stagecoach. What I didn't know is at that time they had 3 kinds of tickets on the stagecoach. If you were first class, then you could stay in your seat for the whole trip, no matter what happened. If the coach got stuck, needed a push, even if a wheel fell off, you could stay in your seat because you were first class. If you were second class, you could also stay in your seat until there was a problem. Then you would have to get off until the problem was solved. Now you could stand and watch. You didn't have to do anything or get your hands dirty, but second class folks weren't allowed to stay on board. When the stagecoach was okay again, you could return to your seat. But if you were third class, you would definitely have to get off because it was your job to help solve the problem. You had to get off and push it or lift it or fix a wheel or whatever because you only had a third class ticket. I sometimes think that the problems that the church, the community, even the world, even the country is facing is that too many people think that they have first class tickets. They expect everything to go their way, and when it doesn't work, they get upset. Of course, the second class folks, they ride along until there's a problem and then they become spectators. They come to church now and again, they're members of the golf club or the bowling green or the community council, but hey, don't ask them to get involved. But thankfully, this world, our community depends on those who have third class tickets, who are willing to get out and push when the going gets tough, the workers. I believe Jesus' disciples had third class tickets. They were the ones who were given this huge job. Jesus asked them to go to the ends of the world. They were to leave their homes. They would travel everywhere. And we owe them a great debt of gratitude for bringing the gospel to us. And I simply say to you, be ready to get out and push, to get out and encourage. And as I look at the world just now, I realise how much we need folk like that, to see what needs to be done and to just do it. It can be something small. It can be just there for somebody who needs you when they need you. And if you do, you will be blessed. I guarantee it. God bless you. Thank you again for joining with me.